Hey y'all, this is Dr. Tasha and I am back with another episode of Dr. Tasha After Dark, and we are in studio again. So guys, this is, okay, I can't really even say it's for the women. It's really a show for the men, but I need y'all women to hear this so you can understand what your expectations should be. Okay, so the title of the show is for the men, a rundown on you. And the purpose of the show is to basically express, now y'all married people, we leaving y'all out of this. Okay, we leaving y'all out of this. Y'all go to the house, okay, or wherever it is y'all go. Okay, but this is for our people who are expecting to date, or our people who are dating, our people who are outside. I want to give, we always talk about women do this and we need to do this, you need to get tested for this, you need to be on this birth control, you need to be on this. I want to talk to the guys about what you should be extending respectfully to women who you are hoping to date or who you are dating. And again, this is to the guys, but women, this will also show you, tongue pop, what you should be expecting from males as a minimum. All right, so let's get into it. We have a guest today because y'all know one thing I'm not is a man hater. That's one thing the girl is not. Okay, so whenever I really kind of discuss male stuff, I like to have a male on the show to kind of balance it out, because I could be wrong. I'm not a man. I like them, but I'm not one of them. Okay, so with that being said, we have our trusted male guest on the show, Lamont. Welcome back, Lamont.
What's up? What's up? I'm happy to be here. Good to see you.
Hey. So we always have, Lamont is my man, 50 grand. He's a good friend. And so at the end of the day, people always be like, no, we're not dating. That's my friend. Okay. I trust his opinion. And back and forth. So we have a lot of mutual respect for each other.
Absolutely.
And I just good energy. And I love when Lamont is here. So guys, today I want to hit a couple of different, genres of things we're going to talk about when it comes to male-female relationships. Doesn't have to be a relationship. It's some kind of ship. Okay. Courtship, sex ship, boo ship, relationship. If you in a ship with another person, and it really doesn't have to be, it's not a sexuality on it. It's not about, homosexual, heterosexual. It's not about anything. It really is person to person. Okay. And so anything, if you're a male sitting here, you should be like, well, I expect a woman to give me, okay. Hey, listen, I'm not willing to argue with you. And for the females, because that's who I'm really coming to, because I think sometimes, again, we did another show, we talked about relationships, and sometimes we kind of don't know what to look for. And if we're a female, we don't know what males should or shouldn't be doing. So I'm going to let you know. So I think that, Lamont, I'm going to hit this from a few different perspectives so that I stay on target. The first thing I really want to hit is health-wise. And ladies, I think that one thing that gets on my nerves, I'm going to just start with that. One thing that gets on my nerves that I see a lot of is women say, full disclosure. What that means to these women, Lamont, is that they're telling you everything and they're asking nothing. That's problematic for me. That's problematic for me because that's not full disclosure. It shows low self-worth and low self-esteem. I'm sorry, it just does. Because what makes you think that you need to tell somebody you got this, that, and the third? You can't get rid of this. And do you still want to be with me? But you ain't asked him one question. What if he got it too? Right. I'm just wondering. Yeah. So a couple of things medically that I think we need to start off with, because that's part, that's not as fun. So let's get down to the business of that, y'all. First thing medically is when you start talking to somebody. Okay, I know that we are in a microwave generation where we DMing and we're texting and we sending emojis. We ain't really even talking. Right. We're texting for 40 hours a week. We may be talking for 35 minutes, right? But I think it's very clear that we set boundaries. I think that it is very important that you state from the beginning. So do you go to the doctor? Do you go to the doctor on a regular basis? Like, when's the last time you were at the doctor? When's the last time you had HIV testing? When you had STD testing? Like, what's up? Right. Now, here's the most important thing, and I'm going to pause so that you can get your pen or you can get your ears ready to hear me. Do a little bit of this, whatever it is you need to do. Do not take somebody's word for anything. You need to see these results for yourself. And if that person has a MyChart, please make them log in to MyChart in front of you. Negative MyChart results are for sale in Atlanta for $40.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
You didn't know that, did you?
I had no clue.
So she like, let me run you my stuff. Yes, her name will be on it. Okay. But the results are fake.
Wow.
And same for his. They out here. They outside. Okay. The results are negative. That's what I'm saying. You see my chart. Don't take a screenshot of my chart. No, brother. I'm going to wait till we together. I'm going to see you log in.
Right.
One, it gives you a bunch of information about how many visits has he had.
Right.
Is it only been one visit? It'll run down. It'll run down everything. He ain't got to put you all in his business, but he trying to get all in your business. So, period.
Hey.
I mean, would you be opposed to showing a woman that?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I mean, it's like,
have you ever asked a woman, can I see your results?
Absolutely. Especially
You said that?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, that's cool.
Because I was outside.
Okay.
You know
I ain't
what I'm
mad at
saying?
that.
And so if I'm going to do the work to make sure I'm good,
Then
we got to make sure I'm good.
Now, were you prepared to show her your results?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I do go to the doctor regularly.
Okay, so that's...
And I have. And I always have. You know, being a former athlete as well, that was mandatory as well. So
and then y'all was really outside.
You feel me?
Yeah.
God forgive me.
God kept choosing. I was out there.
Yeah, but also was responsible though. I grew up with a teenage mom, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Who told me from the moment before I probably hit puberty about condoms and all those types of things, not just from a pregnancy standpoint, but also from a health standpoint.
A health and STD standpoint.
So,
you know, a lot of women don't know how to have the conversation.
Yeah.
Like literally when they're in my office, they're like, so how do I even ask him?
You're going to give your body to somebody?
He asked you for some coochie.
Exactly.
Why are you, excuse me, bro? Excuse me. What can I have? And then at the same time, too, let's say, don't give anybody excuse for anything. Oh, I don't have no insurance right now. Health department will do it for free.
For sure.
Okay. Oh, I ain't going to health department. I ain't spending all day. Okay, well, you should have money for the urgent care.
Right.
They will do it for $150, $200. I don't know, but whatever. And if they got insurance, they should be getting tested and all the things. Now, a couple of things go with that. If it's something you want to bust down, this, that, and the third, and you don't have the results, it's a one-night stand, let me hit this.
Yeah.
First of all, they got at-home HIV tests. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Okay.
I never used one, though.
You never used it. I ain't never had no reason. Okay.
Yeah.
But for anybody who doesn't know, they have at-home HIV tests. They're like, I don't know, maybe $40 or something. Walgreens, Walmart, they're at one of the walls. Okay. You get it. It's real easy. You swab your jaw. They swab their jaw. You put some drops on there. Mm-hmm. If the person's HIV positive, it'll come back whatever color, whatever. You'll know right from there. Right. So at least you're going into it. But everything is 6 weeks old. Anything you do is already 6 weeks old.
Sure.
It takes 6 weeks before it shows up in your bloodstream. So everything is already 6 weeks old, but at least you know that person 6 weeks ago was negative. That's the best we can do outside of using a condom, obviously. And if it's a jump off situation, if you outside, generally you having sex, you're enjoying your sex life. It doesn't make you outside. It doesn't make you a thought. If you're enjoying your sexuality and your sensuality, PrEP is always a thing. PrEP is for everybody, 8 to 80, crippling crazy, gay, straight, married, divorced, single, widow, white, black. It don't matter. If you're having sex with a human, PrEP, HIV prevention. You can take a pill a day or you can do a shot every 2 months. Apritude. I'm all for it, okay? And then, but you like, I don't have sex like that, but you get caught out there. Condom breaks, whatever the case may be. You don't know if you wore a condom. There's PEP. Okay, so there's a post thing. You'll take a pill for 30 days and you'll get that same protection and you will not convert, likely, depending on the situation, over to HIV. And then there's DoxyPEP, where we can treat gonorrhea and chlamydia. Boom. Same day. Gonorrhea, chlamydia, Plan B, and PrEP. And PEP. We got everything squared away. You won't get nothing. Yeah. So, guys, yes, you can take PrEP and PEP as you should. Women, PrEP and PEP.
Gotcha.
Okay. So let's prevent all these things. Males, you need to know it's out there, especially if you're going to be out there, you're going to be in the streets. Why not go get a shot in the butt every 2 months? Because that's 99% that you will not contract HIV. Yeah. Okay. So it's out there. The cure is the prevention. So that's that. Yeah, so making sure you're seeing testing, making sure you're providing testing, that is the minimum. Yeah. Okay. Now, something else I want to throw at y'all. Dental care. dental health.
Amen.
Okay, I know it might seem fun and cute when he got the golds or the veneers or all the things. I don't care about none of all that. Is the boy going to the dentist? Because there are, and y'all know, y'all heard me talk before, there are 7 different types of vaginitis. One type especially called Prevotella. Yeah, if he got a yuck mouth, you gonna get that. You gonna get that, sis. I'm like, why I can't? We don't even have sex, and I just keep getting vaginitis. He needs to see the dentist. He got gum disease. He got gingivitis. He got halitosis. Pay attention to those things, okay? So gum disease and all those things. Also, somebody's going to be touching. You always want somebody touching something, fingering something, doing something. Do he got dirt up under his fingernails? That means he ain't taking no shower on a regular basis. He probably washing up. But either way, hygiene. Right. You owe that to a female. You owe it to yourself, okay? Bathe. Wear clean underwear. Bathe. Ladies, if y'all are not seeing this, I can't understand how and why y'all are forgiving this.
Who raised these women?
Let me ask you a question. From a male perspective, okay? Because again,
this is astonishing.
Yeah, you be surprised. Surprised.
$400?
Let me ask you. No. So here's this. I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question.
No, just say it
okay, let's say you with a chick.
Yep.
You about to smash.
Yep.
Do you make it a point to look at her underwear?
No.
Why?
I'm just keeping it real.
I want you to keep it real, but I'm asking you why.
It usually posts, if anything.
If anything. Well, you done hit it now. You done hit it already now.
Yeah,
but you ain't looking at the drawers.
I guess I'm one, if I don't smell a foul odor.
Okay.
Right? I'm probably giving her benefit of the doubt. Right? Okay. And also situation matters. Let me back up. Is this like this, rip your clothes off as soon as you get through the door type of situation? Or is it somebody I've been talking to and we finally about to, get it popping? Maybe we Netflixing and chilling and then whatever
just
the case
go down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if I got lead up to that situation, right? It's not a one night stand. It's not a jump off situation. More than likely, I've already done
some stuff.
That homework. Like I've seen the hamper. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the restroom. I see what that urine smell like when she, when she
come out the bathroom.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That type of stuff. So I'm not probably inclined as much to check the underwear. I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, because if you say that and you feel like you're super diligent with most things, then most dudes feel like that.
100%.
That's problematic.
I know.
That's problematic as hell.
Hey, listen.
That's problematic. Because
memory bank.
At the end of the day, her underwear tell a lot about her overall hygiene. Now, granted, she ain't gonna come see you 9 times out of 10 because you get some people just trifling. Yep. She ain't gonna come see you with a whole bunch of discharge in her panties. Right? But the panties will let you know, do she got holes in her panties? Or her panties, because panties are $5.
Yeah, facts.
Okay, so if somebody got holes, their panties are faded, them drawers look like she done had them forever, and she wore them to see you. If a woman is coming to see you and something is going to pop off, 9 times out of 10, she going to act like it's an accident or it's just a spontaneous thing. No, she planned exactly what's happening. Okay, so she done wore her best drawers to see you.
Right.
And if her best drawers is toe up, that tell you everything you need to damn know.
That's right.
Cis hygiene is lacking.
Yes.
So it doesn't, not just specifically looking for vaginal stuff or whatever, but just looking in general.
Yeah, I do look at that.
Oh, I said,
I thought you meant examine. Like,
no, you ain't got to examine her panties, but I'm just saying she might not, her bra and panty might not match this particular day. That's cool, but do it look like she had it since high school?
No, I'm with you on that. So I definitely look at that.
Okay.
Because of the caliber of women that I date.
Speak more on that.
All right, so we talked about this on another show before about standards and who you like, preferences, and things of that nature.
Okay.
No disrespect to the ladies that are a little ratchet. That ain't in my ballpark. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not saying professional women can't be nasty.
Yes, cause
but I'm a very hygienic person myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, I'm probably gonna attract that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm paying attention to that. Because if I'm looking at your appearance off the rip when I meet you, right?
As you should.
It's gonna have a flow down, you know what I'm saying? Effect. I'm looking at everything. If that bra look like, you know what I'm saying, that wire hanging out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like,
you feel me?
Damn,
so
come on, Gina.
I'm a quality guy. It ain't gotta be, you know what I'm saying,
all the
Perla
things,
or whatever the case may be.
Right.
But it just needs to be quality.
And clean.
Yeah, it could be from Target as long as it's good.
That's what I'm saying.
You know
and that's the thing. And because let's flip it with the guys too.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
I changed my drawers out. I ain't one of them.
Cause I'm like,
wait until the string fall out.
Because what we doing?
What we doing?
When you see one elastic done pop, Now play it. Throw them out of there.
Seasonal.
And that's seasonal.
At least 2 or 3 times a year.
Because why not?
Why not?
Why not? And that's why I'm like, you because it kills me sometimes. First of all, I hate saggers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, these young men that got the pants sagging, I hate it.
Yep.
Okay. But you sagging.
Let's talk about that real quick too, though. Now people are starting to wear what I call compression shorts. What I would wear to the gym. So, like, back in the day, we used to wear boxers. I'm 40 something. So, you know what I'm saying? We were boxers. Before then, obviously, they wore tighty whities, but they were cotton. They were cloth.
Right.
But now you're starting to people wear the elastic, like
silky.
Yeah, like performance type of underwear that I would normally wear if I go work out
Why?
or play basketball. I'm just saying, like the Ithaca brands and
But why are they doing that? Is it a reason for that?
Have no idea. Maybe it's a trend or a fad. But my point is, you wear that in sport because you don't want so much movement of your testicles and all that kind of stuff while you're playing ball. But imagine wearing that for 8, 9, 10 hours a day and it's just crock potting all day long.
Man. So now here's this. I do.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, first of all, when you get these saggers, your boxes are faded. Mm-hmm. Okay, they look. You're saying everything you need to say. Like you're dirty.
Right.
First of all, you're sagging. You look dirty. Okay, even if you're not dirty, you look dirty.
For sure.
Okay, and then I think, and you're real petty if you're sagging, so somebody can see your Versace drawers. You're petty.
Right.
And you're especially broke.
Right.
So you're petty, you're broke, or you're dirty. Right. And then outside of the message that sagging sends alone, because then we all wondering like, it's Atlanta? Are you advertising?
Facts.
But that's the thing too, because you guys owe that, because guys will be quick to be like, she don't want to get nobody no blowjob. She ain't nasty. She ain't a freak. No, she smell cream cheese every time she come near your area. Ain't nobody got time for all that. It's like, oh no, girl, I like them, but So hygiene, like you owe that as well. You don't have to. Please don't put on a bunch of cologne thinking we can't swell the sweat and the stank.
Groom.
That too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a jungle is not appealing to anybody, male or female.
Right.
Now, and that's something that everybody's different. Yeah. All males are different, right? But from a male perspective, can you speak to what is preferred when it comes to the hygiene of a vagina?
Yeah.
What do you prefer? And what do most, and you can't speak for all men, but I'm just saying generally.
I got a lot of homies.
You got a lot of homies.
Yeah.
What are the thoughts? Because women want to know.
Yeah, a nice Brazilian is always good.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
You prefer a cleaner area.
Yeah, because it just, but I also want to provide that for my mate as well. You know what I'm saying? To be manscaped. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to have a whole bunch of, coarse hair. You know what I mean? Because it just eliminates a lot of, I think odor sometimes because, hair can obviously hold sweat and things of that nature, even under your arms, right? Yeah. Like, again, having a nice fragrance on, all that stuff is a part of the hygiene, but it also keeps you clean.
It's the hygiene, exactly.
You got a nice little bikini strip or whatever the case may be, then I'm cool with that too.
But neatness is a thing.
It's grooming,
so
period.
So let me ask you, if you have a woman, because you get some women who don't like to wax.
Yep.
You get some women who don't like to shave.
Yep.
Or
you mean
whatever.
Like razor or like clipper?
Razor.
Okay, yeah.
Please don't ever clipper, y'all.
Yeah.
But, Lord Jesus. But if they even keep it trimmed low and it's neat, is that fine?
That's fine.
But it's not a matter of how much hair you have.
Not for me.
Not for you. It's a matter of the neatness and not looking off.
It.
Again, it's just taking care of yourselves. And like he said, manscaping too. Yeah. Making sure your underwear are clean. Making sure, hey, listen, before you go see this lady, you've been at work all day. Make sure you don't have sweaty balls, because that ain't cute. And even if you get to her house and you be like, listen, I've been at work all day. Can I take a shower?
Yeah.
On the way over there, stop it. We don't Target anymore. Yeah. But stop somewhere. Quote me, the Kohl's, Dillard's, Walmart. Stop it somewhere. That's Marshalls, TJ Maxx. You can get yourself some underwear. You can get some T-shirts. And even if y'all gonna split and chill, you've been at work, you can get some sweatpants.
There you go.
All this for under about $25.
That's it.
So you got T-shirts, underwear, sweatpants. And that'll be respected. Hey, listen, I've been working all day. Can I go and freshen up? That will go so far with the woman. I promise you that. Because we don't care how much Blue de Chanel you wear. Shout out to Blue de Chanel, because y'all stuff be smelling good. But we don't care how much you wear. We care about that soap smell on you.
Yeah.
Okay? How much what that Old Spice do. Okay, that's what we care about. So that's one thing that you guys owe women. I don't care. You want it from us. We want to provide it. Some of us don't know how. but that's go back a couple videos. I had y'all on that too. But
Can I talk to that real quick? Because we talk about responsibilities on this show, right?
Oh yeah.
In this situation about hygiene, like
Yes.
for me, listen. I guess there's somebody for everybody, right?
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
let's hear it.
No, but for me, hygiene is a big deal, and I feel like
It should be.
especially when you're dating.
Oh yes, Lord.
You're supposed to be put your best foot forward.
Absolutely.
How your ass gonna be musty, dusty, and crusty, and you dating?
Ashy too now.
Yeah, ashy. Oh my God,
Ashy
fellas,
is bad.
get some hand cream. Keep it in
And
the car.
keep
man.
it in
Like,
the car.
Ain't nothing feminine about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and don't forget to get them little the little disc of winter mints.
Come on.
Keep them in the
Please.
car too, because it listen.
but my point is, you're trying to put your best foot forward.
Correct.
Don't be the butt of the group chat, homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Because
show up and
it
show
will turn
out.
into a
You know
conversation.
what I'm saying? Show up and show out, especially if you want to keep hitting. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
what I'm trying to. Let me tell you how important ash is. I'm gonna tell you. I swear to God. Let me tell you how important ash is. So a friend of mine said, she called me. She said, "Girl, I need to come by. I need a drink. I need to come by."
Yeah.
And I'm thinking something major happened. I'm like, "Girl, come on by." So she's like, such and such, and I've been talking on the phone for a minute, right? She said, first of all, why did AARP send me a dick pic?
oh,
I said, not a grown ass man.
right.
She wasn't even enthralled with the dick pic. You know
Right.
what she said?
What she said?
But why his knees ashy in the picture?
Like,
She said, I'm done. I'm
outta
done. She said, he's now blocked.
No, that's real.
Not because of the dick pic for some reason,
Yeah.
but because his ass was ashy.
Man, listen.
It said a lot.
Yeah, people.
It said a lot.
You don't take care of yourself, homie.
Hey, listen.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna tell you a funny story. When I was a kid,
Yes.
and it's probably look.
It is what it is.
DFAX, it's been 30 years now. You know what I'm saying? But my dad used to tell me, he's, military guy.
Right.
Hey, clean the tub, you know what I'm saying? Do all this stuff. You got your chores you got to do. You give me the bucket, all the supplies and everything. He's like, where your gloves at? I said, no, I cleaned out the tub and everything. He said, man, put them gloves on, man. You want your hands to be soft so you can rub on them titties. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, man, I was raised to be. But you come home from practice, get your ass in the shower before you come sit at this table. Like, you go, so for me, it should be a matter of how you present yourself, not just aesthetically from what you put on and everything. You can have designer everything on, but if your body ain't
dirty, right, your teeth not straight, your skin look dirty, your beard is nappy.
These brothers passes.
Please, your beard is nappy.
Exactly.
Like, what y'all? So hygiene is a big one for me. Now, right. One of the things that I think that we're getting twisted in our dating pool is, what is a man's responsibility financially to a woman?
All right, I'm about to get on my soapbox.
Okay, hold on. Cool. Let me give my perspective as a woman again. As women,
sure.
We all are in different places. He said, "I'm gonna need a shot." Yeah. We all are in different places.
We're in the Cash App era, right?
Yeah, we're in the Cash App era. We're all in different places. But I'm gonna give y'all my opinion because it's my damn show. Okay, so I do not feel that when we're in the early dating phase, I don't know that I feel that when we're in any portion of the dating phase, that maintenance is the responsibility of a man. I don't. I feel like...
Have you always felt that way?
I've always felt that way. Good. Now, in the space of, like, my hair was done when I met you, great. My nails were done when I met you, great. Mm-hmm. I have a teeth thing, I whiten, I go to the dentist on the regular basis, great. My mama didn't play about my skin. We wasn't about to have no dirty, bumped up, nasty looking skin. I ain't saying I don't have problems with hyperpigmentation. I make sure that it's presentable. I'm presentable. I look good for me. And you get to benefit from that. Now, that's not to say that as we are dating, if you want to show your appreciation for how I look and how I carry myself and say, hey, listen, babe, here, take this and go get your hair done, or take this and go get your nails done. But to be like, I need my hair done, I need my nails done. Inappropriate. I'm sorry, ladies. It is inappropriate. It is childish and it's ghetto. I'm sorry.
Agreed.
It's just certain things that are occupied. Now, if you're with somebody, like I said, and there's somebody who does not show you appreciation and it don't have to be all the time. They may not have the money all the time. They broke, but that's some of y'all are graced to deal with broke men. I am not one of them.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I don't need you being like, oh, well, let me pay for this or let me pay for that. No. Like, maintenance is my responsibility, because even if you don't do it, I care how I look.
And we're talking specifically about the dating.
We're talking dating. We're not talking long-term relationship. We're not even talking married. I'm talking the dating phase where we're getting to know each other. We're going out on dates. We're going to the movies or to dinner.
Right.
And I think a lot of time women feel like, well, you know, you with me and I'm with you and you need to be getting my hair done. I don't feel that way. What are your thoughts from a male perspective?
Yeah, as a alpha traditional gentleman, let me just say it that way. I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Okay.
I feel like in this instance, this is not the squeaky wheel gets the oil type situation.
Right.
More women who I've dated have gotten more from just being patient and silent, so to speak. And I'm not saying silent, don't use your voice. I'm not saying that. No. But not
begging.
But just basically, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Not doing that. They've gotten way more from me than the person that have asked.
Right.
And I'm not saying asked in a thoughtful way, like, hey, I know this is not your responsibility, but I need help. Would you mind? More than likely, I'm a giver in general. That ain't no deal. If I got it, you got it. With no expectation of the dating. Like, you don't owe me now if I decide to give.
Right.
So like you said, it's out of the gratitude, or excuse me, the appreciation of just being it, or the kindness of my heart.
Because again, and like you said, you don't owe me anything. And I want to expound on that, because I think a lot of women feel like, well, we bust down, give me some money. Yeah. Okay, that's prostitution. That's prostitution, sis. You understand? Like, if you have sex with somebody, have sex because you want to. This is not a Mr. Nate situation. Now, if you're in a Mr. Nate situation, that's a whole different situation.
I need the money.
I need the money. That's a different show. Mm-hmm. Now, but what we're saying is that if you decide that you want to have sex with somebody because you're attracted to them, you want to have sex with them, great. But the level of expectation should not change because you had sex with that person.
Correct.
Now, again, like I said, based on the situation you're in, you know, based on whoever you're dating, there comes a point of appreciation or just being kind or just being nice. But don't feel like if somebody stops and gets you 2 dozen of roses and some chocolate covered strawberries, that's somehow not as important as paying for your $200 lashes and your $200 Cardi B nails. Right. But they may have spent $300 on flowers. Right. So,
or groceries.
For that fact. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, y'all are still in a dating phase. Right. Y'all are in the learning phase, which means he's learning your love language, and you're learning his.
So I'm gonna speak to that. I'm an observer type of learner mostly.
Okay.
But depending on somebody's timeline in dating, you can be intentional about that. It can sound sometimes interrogative, depending on how you pose it, these questions. But if you're dating with the intention of seriously dating, you can start talking about some of these expectations
because you want to know.
You want to know.
The time is what we're
time is
not that we're on a time schedule, but the thing is that I'm not trying to waste your time. Bingo. I want the time to be
because
efficient.
If we're not aligned, then what we doing?
Right? Wasting damn time.
Wasting time, right? So is this a good time or a long time? You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I'll speak for my personal and the guys that I run with.
Okay.
We're not broke. So that's one thing, but we're not tricks. You know what I'm saying? So
and I can appreciate that.
You see what I'm saying?
Because you know what's worse than anything? A man with money feeling like he can do whatever he wants to do to somebody because I'm going to throw some money at you because that's all you really want anyway. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like
it.
That's
transactional, right?
That's transactional and that's trickish.
Yeah, it's very trickish. I'm not neither one of those, right? And so you're more likely to get help from me as a friend.
Right.
Before you dating somebody and trying to give you money. But my mama, again, I was raised by a single parent, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen some of the struggles that she had. My mom was not somebody that was a gold digger, you know what I'm saying? But if you want me to exchange time from doing something else that is valuable, then it'll be more enticing for me to make that sacrifice if I know that you're supplying something in return.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I hope I'm articulating that okay.
Yeah, you are. I mean, you know, and when we're saying supplying something, it's not sex, it's not this, even if it's time.
Yeah, just time.
Even if it's positive energy, even if it's that kind of thing. Basically, I'm busy.
Right.
And you want me to not do a thing to spend time
That's
with
exactly
you.
What I'm
you
saying.
have to motivate
there
me.
You go.
And it's not about sex. It's not about about what am I getting from doing this thing because
versus
I'm not
what
doing
I need to
this
do.
thing.
Exactly.
Right.
Or what I could
and
be
that's
doing.
And again, that's a learning process and that is love language stuff.
Yeah. But my point is you can also tell me. listen, I'm a gift person. I'm a this person. Like I'm a words after. I'm all these love language things we talk about. I'm a time person because now that dynamic shifts. So I want to stay on finance. So if gifts is your thing, okay, when do you expect gifts? Only on special occasions, like a monthly thing, a weekly, all the time. What type of gifts?
Right.
Because you talked about flowers and chocolate.
Right.
Because a lot of women don't like that stuff no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're not romantic like that. They want those things that you talked about, which is the maintenance things. That's cool, but we gotta. And let me tell you why. No, I'm not just saying.
No, you're right. I'm listening. I'm thinking something. But go ahead.
Fair enough. So for me, when I date somebody, the idea is if I ask you for your time and we want to go eat, we want to go to a concert, that's on me.
Right.
That's on me. You know what I'm saying? And if through conversation, just us talking, there's a gap, and I got it to give, I'm doing it because I want to.
Right.
And I'm not also purposely withholding it because you're expecting it. We both have to be able to have discernment to be like, is he trying to play me?
Gotcha.
As opposed to assuming, I'm going to ask, Tasha, I realize, it's been 3 situations where I had to pay for something that's outside the realm of us just dating and getting to know each other.
Right.
I want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to help when I can, but there shouldn't be an expectation for me to help.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
All right.
Well, people saying, I want to get back to the original point we first started, and then we're going to move on, is that like, when people come to the table with like, you got to get my nails done, you got da-da-da-da-da, that's an automatic stop for me. I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't even know me to know, but I know where it comes from. And I'm going to challenge the ladies on this. It comes from, there's 5 other dudes, and I'm being conservative, that want her time. And she's using that to filter it out because these tricks out here and these other guys that don't mind spending the money to get the time to exchange for time are willing to do it. So she's like, I'm in a space where I value that more than getting to know somebody on a deeper level. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah. It does. I want to touch on that a little bit more.
Yeah.
And I want to go in detail with that.
Yeah.
Give me a second on that. Let me get my thoughts together. Give me a second on that. Okay, Lamont. So you said something real profound, and I had to take a minute and think before I spoke, right? And I think that what you were saying is true. I think a lot of times in communicating, we need to communicate our love language, right? And most times women will say, well, gifts and money is my love language, but very seldom is that it, right?
No, absolutely
not. It is showing appreciation.
Sure.
It is acts of service. It are a bunch of different things. Now, we all like to be showing appreciation can include gifts and right. So
it's the ones that's most impactful to you.
Like, right. It's what's most important. But when you get women who can't appreciate anything other than a purse.
Yeah.
Anything other than a new wig or whatever it is they happen to be into.
That gotta be your type of woman then.
And outside of that, I'm gonna tell you, 9 times out of 10, the woman that wants things and all she wants is things is going through financial things. That person, she may be too prideful to say it. But that person is doing a thing like you guys. I hear a lot of guys, especially like on social media, and then talking to guys. I went to take her out for a date. I wanted to take her somewhere nice. She told me I had to buy food for her kids from Chick-fil-A before we went on a date. Right, you heard about these. So then I went and bought her kids some Chick-fil-A, and then we go to the restaurant. She eating like she ain't never ate before, and then she want to take a plate home. That is somebody who is having financial struggles. Yeah. She's not necessarily being disrespectful to you. Now, I'm always in the space of a male. If you are having financial troubles, you shouldn't be dating.
I agree.
You got other stuff to focus on. You got other things to think about. Yeah. You shouldn't be dating. But let's flip that now. I feel the same way for a woman who's going through that. But let's keep it 100. A lot of times, that is a woman's way of being able to get things.
That's true.
And not all women and not all the time, right? So a couple of things, guys, don't always look at her and be like, she a user, she a poser, she a user, she ain't no good. This is a lady who may not have food in her house for her kids.
Sure.
This is a lady who may not actually really even enjoy your company that much, but she's hungry. Right? So we got to start being a little bit kinder and saying, hey, listen, sis, if you don't want to go out, we ain't got to do this. You don't have a babysitter for your kids, we don't have to do this.
That's right.
Are y'all okay?
Yeah.
Like, do you have food in your, like, we can go to the grocery store and go grocery
Right.
shopping and sit and talk. Like, you good,
Be a good
sis?
human being,
Be a
is what you're
good
saying.
human.
Yeah.
That's the point. And
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that's what we owe each other.
Right.
Right? And so, guys, you don't have to trick off and spend $100 at Chick-fil-A, then do this and then do this and then do a third thing. And they be like, well, I did all this.
Tasha,
So what we doing, sis, is we smashing? Like,
let's not gloss over that, right? Because the poignant point was be a good human.
Correct.
It goes both ways.
yes, it does.
Sis, I get it. You in a survival mode,
Right.
and you're trying to manipulate a situation to get what you need.
Exactly. That's the point
You know
I'm
what
coming
I'm
from.
saying?
Because
Yeah.
a lot of guys be
Yeah.
like, these women do this.
Right.
Hold on.
But show
pull
some
back.
concern.
But show some concern.
And some compassion.
But I
And
also
you also
feel
get a choice
yes,
if you want to
yes,
move
you do.
forward or not.
Yes, you do.
know what
Because
I'm
you be like,
saying?
you know what,
Yeah.
sis, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
It's just too much
As
for
a
me.
good human being,
As a
if-
good
if-
human.
if
If
a
you
sister
see
in-
somebody that's hungry
Let's help
or see
them.
somebody in need, help them.
If you can.
If you can,
If you can.
whether it benefits you or not,
Right.
help them.
Right.
But as
We're
a
in agreement
sister,
on that, yeah.
but as a sister, be honest.
Thank you.
Be honest. And I think that it is okay to say, hey, listen, I like you, but I got a lot on my plate right now. I'm going through some things. I'm in between blessings. And if I'm going to be transparent, this is not your responsibility. If I'm going to be transparent, I don't even have food in my refrigerator right now. So to fix myself up, to go out on a date, to sit with you, to lie and act like everything is okay, I'm just not in a space to do that right now.
Man.
Maybe we can revisit this at another time, but right now in my life, I just can't do it. If somebody really likes you, if somebody is really interested in learning you and getting it figured out, they're going to say, they're going to, one, appreciate the honesty. Am I right?
Absolutely.
And then if they're an individual who can help you and they're a human who has any bit of empathy, they're going to say, you know what, sis, I respect that. Let me pick you up anyway. Let me at least fill up your refrigerator. Because he was going to do what? Spend money on
anyway.
food and wine and
Yeah.
all that. Let me at least fill up your refrigerator so you can get one thing off of your plate.
Yep.
And I would love to spend time with you. I would love to talk to you. But when you feel like you're free and you're ready,
I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah. And more important
With
than that,
no expectation.
no expectation. Because to be honest, when you don't have expectation and it goes that way, because that's a sense of vulnerability.
Correct.
And in order to have intimacy at a high level, you
Yep.
have to have vulnerability.
And it shows emotional maturity as
Bingo.
well.
And I had to get there.
Emotional
you know what I'm
maturity
saying?
as well. Right.
Yeah, I get there because, when you grow up as a young, jock athlete, this, that, and the third,
Right.
it was all about conquering.
Right.
Let me hit that.
A lot
Let
of
me hit
men,
that. Let me hit that. Let me
athlete
hit
or
that.
not,
Right.
a lot of men, and unfortunately, some of them idiots don't grow out of it.
Bingo.
And then you in AARP with the bullshit.
You feel me?
I'm just saying.
You feel me?
I'm just saying.
That sounds real right there.
Hey.
But my point is, not only will he fill up your refrigerator and still be available, he'll say, hey, how can I help?
Right.
Not
What's
Yeah,
happening?
because sometimes people think the help is just the material
About the
thing
material thing.
provided.
No.
But it's like, hold up, something might be misguided in what
Right.
you're doing.
What you're doing. What are we
How
doing
can I
here?
help you?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, maybe there's just a small tweak that you can make that'll change your life in 6
Exactly.
months.
Something
You know what I'm saying?
minor like, hey,
Yeah.
listen, I was in sales management. I lost my job. The
Boom.
company closed.
That's life.
And
Life be life, as they say,
And
right?
then what if you a person who owns a business and say, damn, I need a manager at my plate.
You feel what I'm
So
saying?
that's why I'm saying it's like we
if
have
that
to.
situation goes beyond that, think about how deep that bond gonna be.
That's what I'm saying. Because you helped each other
Bingo.
in a time of need. My thing, and this is one of the things when I say, guys, what you owe a woman is, I think that we have to stop, and I say this all the time to even friends, stop looking for a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Or stop looking for a girlfriend. Look for somebody who is of good character. Like,
Amen.
I look for somebody, could you sit around my kids?
Right.
Could you sit around my dog?
Right.
Could I go to the grocery store and leave you at home
Yeah.
with my dog and
Right.
not feel worried?
Right.
Can you sit in my home and not bring negative, bad energy? Are you a good enough person to be in my space?
Mm.
And then if you pass that test, then is there attraction?
There you go.
And then are we like-minded? So at the end of the day, look for a good human.
There you go.
But honesty.
Yeah.
Because if you're not interested in fixing your situation and you're only interested in tricking, be honest.
Yeah.
If you looking for Mr. Nate, be honest. Like, I mean,
Right.
keep it a buck. Like,
Right.
be honest and
'cause
say,
there's a lot of people that's willing to do it.
this is what I'm saying. Just,
You know what I'm
just
saying?
like you out here looking for it, there's somebody out here looking for you.
Sure.
But when you're wasting time and you're making people feel used, and all they ran into you, your homegirl, your cousin, and all of y'all, they done ran into y'all, or y'all the type of girls who pass him through the crowd because y'all know he's a good trick. Then once he finally is tired of it, now he's suspicious of every woman. And the woman who really does want to date him and want to be kind to him and want to get to know him, she's going to catch hell that all of y'all gave him.
Yeah.
Am I lying on that?
No, you're not lying, because that toxicity is going to permeate through multiple situations, right? And then the thing is, whether you believe in karma or not, what you put out there,
It's
you're
coming
gonna
for
come
you.
back, right?
It's
So
coming for you.
if you do things with the right intention, more times than not, you're gonna get what you want out of it.
Exactly.
In a positive way.
In a
You know what
or
I'm saying?
negative way.
Yeah.
I say I've always been told that every action has a built-in consequence.
For sure.
It's already built in.
Yeah.
You can't commit the action and say, "Oh, I want to repent. I'm asking for forgiveness." Yes, you will be forgiven. And yes, you can repent, but the consequence is still stuck to you.
Gotta do it.
You still got to suffer the
Gotta do
consequence, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just gotta learn from it.
Right, you gotta learn from it. So yeah, you killed somebody. Yeah, we're
gotta sit you
you're
down,
apologetic.
homies. Yeah.
Somebody forgave you. Their mama forgave you, but you're still doing 25 to life.
Yeah.
Same concept.
Sure.
So at the end of the day, you're gonna get what you give.
Right.
So if you out here in the streets and you ravaging somebody's daughter and you really don't care,
Yeah.
and like I said, be honest. If you
Yeah.
like, sis, listen, I'm just trying to smash. I think
Yeah.
you're beautiful. I think sis might just want to smash.
That's
You
it.
might have just run into that chick.
Right.
Be
At the right
honest.
time.
At the right time. And it happens all the
All
time.
the time.
But, so that's what I'm saying. What we owe each other is honesty.
That's
Stop
it.
lying.
Yep.
And if you are tell a chick, listen, I got a girl, I date.
Yeah.
I got a girl, and whether she know, whether she don't know, whatever the situation
That's
is,
not
but
your issue.
that ain't your. That don't eat off of somebody else's plate.
Right.
But at the end of the day, if you decide to do this, don't get pissed if I don't call you back at 10:30.
Facts.
I got a girl.
Right.
And that's what this is. If you decide to kick it with me, understand, you might have money to go to Cabo with your girlfriends. I'm never going to Cabo with you.
There you go.
I got a girl.
Yeah.
So I
It's
think
level
it's very,
setting.
it's level. So I think
Good.
in expectation,
Yeah.
now I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very honest. We don't like to accept that women are emotional. A lot of women don't like to accept you're emotional. If you are wired quasi normally, your desires are attached to your sexuality
Yeah.
or your sensuality.
Yeah.
Sexuality.
Yeah.
That means, okay,
I got
cool.
you.
You're going to give me money to pay for this. You're going to give me money. But
Once you start
as
fucking.
you start to see, and that, but as you start to see the qualities that man has that you would like for your own man to have,
happens all the time.
you start to want him to be your man.
Yeah.
He told you from the beginning, I'm not going to be your man.
But only-
I'm not your man.
But the only issue is with that is most men expect that. Every nigga
I
that's
know.
had a side chick, no,
That-
it's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
How do you communicate it though? Because here's the thing, my partner used to say this, and if he ever sees this podcast, which he probably will, he'll know it's him. I ain't gonna rat him.
Don't rat him,
But
please.
he says every situation has a season.
Correct.
Sopranos had 20 seasons.
Correct.
The Wire only had 5.
Correct.
There's only some TV shows that only had 2.
Correct.
It's contingent on the person.
Correct.
So some people can accept a certain situation for a period of time.
As I said,
and
everything
it may
ain't
vary
forever.
on the length.
Correct.
But all most people would ask is communicate when things have changed. If you've accepted and agreed initially, if it changed, like, you know what, I can't do this no more, then just say it.
Right.
Because then we can make a modification.
But I'm going to tell
you.
you,
Know what I'm saying?
9 out of 10 women.
But you said
9 out of 10
responsibility though,
I'm-
right?
That,
Yeah.
but I'm going to tell you, 9 out of 10 women do not feel that 9 out of 10 women feel that they can change the mindset.
Yeah, that's weird.
See, here's this. I'm going to say this. However a man sees you in the very beginning, that's how he's always going to see
Right.
you. If he brought you on as a side chick, you're always going to be a side chick. Even if he breaks up with his girlfriend, you're not going to be the chick who moves into the side chick position. He's going to find a new girlfriend, and you're going to remain the side chick. How he sees you is how he will always see you. Women don't feel that way.
I'm gonna challenge you on that though.
Okay, challenge me.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm
I'm
wrong.
gonna challenge you on that. I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Okay.
I'm saying it depends on the person.
Okay.
Right. So if me and you, we always do this, right? That's why
Right.
they probably think we date, but we're not. And so it's that like, if it's me and Tasha, who I have a good relationship with, and for
Right.
whatever strange reason, it fell into this category of you as the side chick.
Right.
Maybe I'm out of a relationship, but there's some logistics that needs to be had,
Right.
and she's happened to be there doing this transition,
Right.
and I'm literally just getting rid of some baggage, and she is somebody I can see me being with. It just happened, the timeline interchange happened to be
But
bad.
again, when you took Tasha on,
Yeah.
right, you didn't take Tasha on necessarily as a side chick. Even if you took Tasha on as a side chick, you did something that side chicks don't do. You took the time and you got to know her.
There you go. Okay.
You learned her. So you didn't stick with your side chick behavior.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
a side chick is a side chick. You want her for what you want her for.
Gotcha. So definitions is important. We talked about that
Definitions
before,
are important.
right?
Yes.
So I think sometimes side chick is lumped into a category of multiple different things. When a side chick, if I'm understanding you correctly, what you just articulated is literally somebody that is on the side, not somebody in addition to my main person.
It's
You know what I'm
somebody who's
saying?
on the side.
Right.
Because here's this.
You understand
And
what
when
I'm
I
saying,
say
though?
this, but what a lot of dudes do to manipulate a side situation is, oh, you the side chick, I got somebody, but they become that person's boyfriend.
Yeah.
But they won't allow that person to become their girlfriend. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
I see what
So
you're
it's
saying.
like you're spending time.
Yeah.
You're getting to know this person. That's not side chick behavior.
Yeah.
You're at the house. You're fixing stuff. You at Thanksgiving dinner.
I got what you're
you
saying.
at all
Yeah.
these places. So you're becoming her
most
boyfriend.
Men, but most men will still categorize that as a side.
No,
chick.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're her boyfriend.
Right.
Because you're doing all the boyfriend stuff.
Exactly.
But yet you expect her not to get emotionally involved. And when it's convenient, then you spin back and say, oh no, remember,
No.
you the side chick.
Well, that's the part I'm challenging. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was saying, you were saying that if you're a side chick, you always will be a side chick. How you entered the relationship is how you will always be. That's what I'm trying to say.
But her behavior didn't change. Her behavior may have changed. But your behavior is what allowed her to feel like now she's but you still have the flexibility of being like, no, side chick it is. Because remember I told you this? Remember it was full disclosure?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I think we're saying something similar. But we have to make a caveat or a distinction of where the lines get blurred.
So the lines get blurred, in my opinion, in males' behavior. Why is this? Because,
No, hold
okay.
on. Let me tell you why it's different, right? Again, I'm a reform, you know what I'm saying, side chick.
Okay.
Man, right?
Okay.
But if you have a side chick, I'm not going to dim who I am as a man for you to be in that position. I'm still going to be Lamont. If there's a need, I'm going to fix it. If there's something that you need, I can help, I'm going to help you. I'm still going to be Lamont.
And that's fine.
Even if you accept, the only thing about her being a side chick is she accept me still being with whoever I'm with. It's not about my behavior.
No, that's that bullshit.
I'm just telling you.
I'm that's okay.
You see what I'm saying?
But yes, but see,
Yeah.
this is why
Yeah.
side chick situations get complicated.
You're talking about jump offs. That's different.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about
Jump off
side
somebody
chicks.
you just called a fuck.
That's not what I'm talking about.
All right, cool.
I'm talking about a side chick.
Yeah,
Like,
all right,
okay,
cool.
you know you're not my main. I gotta go home to this person. But we share space. We share a little bit of time. You know, I'm gonna make sure you good. You ain't gonna be out here
Right,
starving. I'm
right,
gonna make
'cause
sure
I'm
you're
a
not
good
on the
man.
streets because I'm a good person in general. Okay. But what I'm saying is that when you're in that situation, you have to curb your behavior a little bit.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you can't
I agree
be
with that.
the good human, because it's unrealistic to say, I'm going to show her all of my good qualities and she's going to be okay remaining a side chick. No, by virtue that she's your side chick, that means 9 times out of 10, she doesn't have anybody else, right?
Right.
So you're
Most men don't want their side chick being in a relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
Yeah.
the reality is you're creating an environment where you're her boyfriend.
Yes.
She's not your girlfriend. And then when she responds to you being her boyfriend, she crazy, she toxic, she's all the things.
Maybe I'm different because I hear what you're saying
Right.
and I agree with you saying.
I'm just saying you got to curb it. If you want her to remain in the mental and emotional space to stay a side chick, you got to curb it.
You talked about this before.
Okay,
and
so
I ain't gonna
give me
front, but-
specifics then. Come on, let's talk about it.
So in the situation I was in before, when I had a side chick, I did not expect her not to have emotions or to expect that at some point that I would be heard. If anything, I played to that. The illusion that one day.
And you did hear the word illusion, right?
Yeah, it's illusion.
Okay.
I'm being honest, right?
I want you to be honest, yeah, because
we say honesty is the responsibility,
but this is the point we're making, the illusion.
So the illusion of, and sometimes you think that you're going through what you're going through with the main, but you got logistics, whether it be kids, this and the third, whatever it is, y'all got shit tied up, y'all might be in business together, whatever it is, it's not easy to just walk away. Right? In some cases, you genuinely believe, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this shit, and I'm gonna be with you. Mm-hmm. In some cases, like, I ain't leaving my family. I'm gonna see this out, but I don't want to lose you. So I gotta continue to feed the fact that you're gonna be here. So I'm gonna display my best qualities. I'm gonna take care of you to the best of my ability.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And everything else for doing that. So my point is, you're saying that if you always a side chick, you will remain a side chick. I'm saying we've seen it happen in celebrity couples. Kevin Hart left his girl, and he's with the side chick.
Oh, I know she's a side chick. Okay.
Yes.
So, I mean,
and they got a whole family together.
Okay, so all right, I'll accept that.
Yeah.
I will accept that. Okay, touche.
Yeah.
I will accept that.
Hold on, before you finish your point.
Okay.
I just want to highlight this. It's all about the quality of the woman. If you the wig, lash, want money, and you just fucking to, you know what I'm saying, as you just like my get off type chick, we don't have no substantive conversation. We don't talk about life and this and the third. I just come over there for you to rub my head and fuck and cook a meal and I'll give you a bag or whatever. That's a true side chick to Lamont and the guys that I know.
Okay.
The girlfriend situation, that's really a girlfriend. It's like I got a wife and a girlfriend. One man said,
I'll go with that.
He said, I got a girlfriend and a wife on the side.
Yes.
Oh, and Friday next Friday. That's how you be feeling because the girlfriend typically has more priority than the wife a lot of times.
Yeah, but that's because I don't want no baby. Y'all don't kill me in the comments. Get Lamont. But no, I want you to be real. Yeah. But no, and that's because the good times are here.
Correct.
Right, because it's deep, but it's not too deep.
That's exactly
the good times are here. The fun times are here. So the grass
when
over here
flipped,
seems green as hell.
But
when it's flipped, then you learn what it is. And then you learn how to, it might not be greener over here. Bingo. And that's when you get that 80-20. So when we say the girlfriend has priority, it just means that this is where he's comfortable.
Gotcha.
This is where the good times are going. This is where the good times are flowing. This is where the feminine energy is. And why is that? Because she don't have nothing but you to focus on. She ain't got nothing but you to focus on. And when you're there. So you're not there all the time. So all she has
is
seasonal. She got the house. Right. She got the cleaning. She got the bills that she got to make sure she ain't paying them, but she got to make sure they get where they're going.
Hold on. I'm going to challenge that. Typically, if that woman is doing the things that you just named off, there is no side chick. No, let me tell you. No, listen, because I'm gonna tell you 2 reasons why men cheat. There's only 2.
Okay, y'all. Wait. Hold on. This shit is monumental. Y'all listening? Man. The man said 2 reasons why a man cheat. There's
only 2 reasons.
What's that?
Lack or greed. That's it.
Oh wow, I like that.
That's it.
I like that. Lack or greed.
I want my family, but she won't do these things. She will not. She will never. I'm not leaving the family structure, but I go get that need met over here. I'm never going over there full time. So she'll never be girlfriend.
Now you reiterating what I just said before is how you take her on is what 100%. She is.
But what I was talking about is the definition.
Okay.
So I lived in Europe for a long time. There's some people, they just went to the brothels to get their need met.
Gotcha.
And kept the family. There was never a relationship.
Gotcha.
There's no talking about
this. So what we basically, what you're saying is, he's a John, but what you're saying is, no. These are girlfriends that we have and just happen to,
Yeah. So the other part about greed is just like, man, I got a healthy appetite. I got an unhealthy appetite to where I can't control myself.
Right.
Or I choose not to control myself. I know guys that like get married knowing they're going to fuck off beforehand.
Yeah.
That's greed. There's only 2 reasons. People can say whatever else they want to say. It's lack or greed. That's it.
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I mean, okay. Yeah. So, okay. And I think what I want to speak to is when we talk about what we owe and honesty is what is males. You owe this to women. But I need you to see, and I need most males to see what you just spoke about.
Yeah.
And women especially, when you're with people who are, and you're just dating, we're just talking about dating.
Right.
And again, even if you're the type that's okay dating somebody who has somebody else, if that's your jam, we don't have any judgment over here. But if that's the situation that you find yourself in, yes, it seems like that's your person. He's my person. We're perfect for each other. His wife is awful. And It's because he's what you're fixated on.
Right.
Just for that time period. He's
Right.
only there for a short time, not a long time.
That's
He's
it.
there for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
This person is dealing with every aspect and
Right.
facet of his personality. You're dealing with what he shows you.
Correct.
You're dealing with the fun stuff. You're
Correct.
dealing with all the things that you want a relationship to be ideally, because he has to keep you in an ideal frame of mind to keep you around.
That's right. The illusion we talked
The
about.
illusion. Right. So don't compare yourself to the wife. It's apples and oranges.
Correct.
So don't do that. One is not better than the other. And that is her husband, sis.
Yeah, facts.
I mean, that is her husband.
So you said the same thing about women. Most women are not going to cheat or step out of marriage unless
Correct.
there's some
Correct.
crazy.
Now,
thing.
hold on.
Yeah.
That is my thing, that most women do not cheat. Now, the Gen Z, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I think that
it changed the whole.
They just I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave it like that. I don't even know. And the bottom half of the millennials, y'all right with the Gen Zs.
Yep.
Y'all right with them.
Well, it's the feminist movement. I'm gonna call it.
Oh, that's what you would call it.
Let me tell you
I don't
why.
know.
Well, the reason why I say that, and I'm big on women empowerment. The whole. I got a daughter. All the women in my life I respect. This is not that funny disclaimer so you can say something disrespectful later. I really believe that.
Okay.
So one of the things that I love about you, Doc, is that you talk about, sis, if you just want to go have sex, do it responsibly, have a good time, live in your
Do
sense.
it.
I don't judge women for none of that. We grown.
Period.
Do it, but do it as a grown person.
Exactly.
So it's not about that part of it is what I'm talking about. I'm talking more so about like when you try to take on all these things that have, let me call it, traditionally been male roles, responsibilities, that's the part I'm talking about, to where we went from being misogynist to it seems like women are taking on those same type of behaviors, talking like basically using men like toilet tissue and all this other kind of stuff.
So let's talk about
right?
that. That's I think that's a trauma response.
That's an evolution.
No, it's
and
a trauma
believe
response.
It's a trauma response.
It is a trauma response. And why is this?
True.
I'm going to tell you, it can be.
Yeah.
We can, so I think that when we talk about things like that, I think that what happens is when you have a woman who wants to get her lick back, or is just like, I'm stepping out of my husband because I'm not, you're going to have them in every generation,
Sure.
Gen X, but it's rare.
It's very
And why is it rare? Because generally as a woman, how we're wired is our sexuality is attached to emotion.
Correct.
This is why you can be like, I don't really like him like that. Y'all start having sex and all of a sudden it's like, why you ain't answer the phone?
Right.
Where you at?
Right.
Because it's attached.
Sure.
And when you can find a woman who is able to easily detach it, there's trauma somewhere.
Correct.
Either trauma she hasn't dealt with from her previous life, trauma from a previous relationship, but there's trauma somewhere where she has dissociated her emotions from her sex.
That's true.
Right? Now, that's not concrete for everybody. It's a broad statement.
And it's
right?
generically true.
It's generically true. Now, the one thing that I will say, when you say women have flipped, is a trauma response, is I'm tired of being hurt.
Yeah.
I don't want to invest my time and my emotions into somebody else who hurts me. So I'm going to do what they do. They don't seem to care. So I'm going to mess with this one. I'm going to mess with that one. I'm going to mess with this one. I am so tired of trying to love people who don't love me back.
Right.
It is less hurtful to just not love anybody and to just go through the motions. So that is a lot of times what you see, or somebody, again, who is broken and dissociates their emotion from the sexuality and sensuality of it all.
May I add something that's rarely talked about when I was talking about conquest and all that kind of stuff of being a young male, and that stuff being passed along from older generations, like, you supposed to be hitting everything. Why you got a girlfriend? You 16 years old. When I was your age, I was doing this and this, right? I think we both have the same issues, and this is what you find out in marriage. So me and you talked about this on in a different type of setting, but it's like a lot of times y'all both want the same thing, but y'all dealing with the same shit, and y'all haven't healed from it.
Right.
So my point is, the man trying to find value in how many conquests he has is the same kind of response in a different way of the woman trying to disassociate herself from a feeling because she's been continuously let down.
Correct.
If we both found a medium to where we can just try to meet each other and date and love and connect on a level where we don't feel like there's a need for anything outside of that.
But you know what that will require?
Maturity.
Not only maturity, it requires trust.
That's right.
And it requires vulnerability.
Bingo.
And nobody wants to be vulnerable.
Right.
And that's problematic.
Because you know why? Because everybody tell you, don't trust no chick.
Correct.
She'll cheat on you. Don't
and
trust
what do
no
I always
nigga.
say? That's all niggas do, cheat.
Exactly.
That's men do.
But
that's what men do. They cheat. They cheat.
So that's the narrative.
Right.
That's the narrative. And so, getting back to our real point, right? Because we kind of went off on a tangent. That's why it's like, let me get what I can get out of this. Financially, gifts, et cetera, et cetera.
Because he gonna cheat anyway, or he gonna do this anyway.
At least let me get something out the deal.
Exactly.
But if we come to the table and deal with the real issues, then the expectation and responsibilities of honesty, in which we've disclosed in this session, is what was like, yo, listen, I really just want to rock with you.
Right.
I don't want to be outside for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. But it's like I ain't no punk.
Right.
So you
exactly.
looked at as a punk. You looked at as
so
being a weak woman, and you wear and I'm gonna tell you what my grandma used to say: a woman can't do what a man does and remain a lady.
You can't.
And she used to say that to my aunts.
Man,
and I was a little girl hanging around listening to it. And those things really permeated. So getting your lick back.
And it resonates.
Right. And getting your lick back, it just hurts you.
That's it.
So my thing is, if somebody has done, now you the hoe. And the bad part is, then it makes it super easy for a dude to walk away from you because it's some things that are deal breakers. Yeah. But the thing is, as women, we refuse to have deal breakers. Right. But men always have deal breakers. Right. So that's problematic
but the
in and of itself.
In that is like, look, a woman is a human just like I'm a human.
Exactly.
And I can make a mistake. But you know what they say, the best apology is what? Change behavior.
Change behavior.
So if I forgive you, if you forgive me, we gotta
change. But you know, the one thing that, you know, we really have to be cognizant of is damn, I lost my train of thought. Damn, I hate that you broke it. But no. But you know,
no,
so
but you was talking about your grandmother saying,
because
you can't do what men do and still remain a lady.
Here's what the thing is: if you are frustrated, if you're hurt, if you're angry, you got to step away, sis. Because my grandma used to also say, you come down here, you know, the daughters used to come, people were hurt, crying, they come to their mama. She said, here's the thing. You're in two spaces. Either you're tired of it and you're leaving, and then you can come back here. Or you're not tired of it and you're going back home. Either way, you can't go back home and complain.
Right.
So if you're going to complain, either leave or leave it alone.
Right.
So the point is that there's no revenge. You're just hurting yourself, and then you're staying in a space of ugliness and all that. You got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when we get back to it, ultimately, what do I feel that men owe women who they're dating? You owe them honesty.
Bingo.
You owe them respect.
Bingo.
You owe them openness and information about your health.
Yes.
You owe them the patience and respect to hear about their health, even if they may have a particular thing, a skin condition, herpes. Owe them the understanding and the space. Say what we got going on here, and the honesty to say, I don't think I can honestly be in a situation like this. Right. We can be friends. I like you, but I can't honestly be in this. Be open. Everybody is out to get a thing, and everybody's dogging everybody else, and who wins, who's first to dog them, or who's better to dog them. That's not what this is going to be, because at the end, we're going to be tied and dogged, and nobody's going to be worth having. Right. Yeah. And it's just more trauma on trauma on trauma. So guys, your health is important. Your hygiene is important. Be open, be honest. And yes, have enough respect for a woman to say, hey, listen, I respect the fact that you respect your own appearance enough. Let me be kind and, you know, do this or do that. But women, it should not be expected. It shouldn't be expected, and it shouldn't. And if it's your deal breaker, it's your deal breaker. Who am I? But at the end of the day, maintenance is your responsibility. Do you feel like you should pay for a haircut? Do you feel like you should pay for a beard to be trimmed? I don't, because that's part of your personal maintenance.
Sure.
So if I decide to be like, you know what? This cologne, I smelled it. It's amazing for you. Yes, I picked this up for you. Yes, I picked that up for you. That's my choice. And if you don't respond in the way that I want you to respond, now I'm angry. No, you didn't ask me to do anything. I did what I wanted on my own. And so the same for a male. If he's like, okay, well, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. And you decide, yeah, I don't want to have sex with you. Not now, not ever again. That's your choice, because he did what he wanted to do. So at the end of the day, we owe each other honesty. We owe each other respect. We owe each other openness about our intentions, about our health, about where we stand, and about, I feel, once you get to a certain point, your finances. Now, you don't got to be like, listen, so I want to tell you my credit score is like 500, because let me tell you, no. But if you are in a space, like I said, where you and your children don't have, and, you're dating somebody or going out to eat just because you have to, or you're in survival mode to get what you need and not what you want. Sometimes I think it's okay to pull back and say, hey, I like you. I don't really want to ruin your perception of me, but I'm in a space. And if that person wants to know a little bit more, be honest and tell them. If you're uncomfortable, just say, I need to step away. This is not a good time in my life, but I would like to circle back at another time. And I hope that you can respect that. So I think that we'll get to a better place. Men, stop thinking you look like a punk by being honest is what we're waiting for. Right. And women, stop thinking that you're being stupid and vulnerable and submissive by being honest and being kind and exhibiting feminine energy. And feminine energy is different than feminine energy is actually, I think it's amazing that they call it feminine, because feminine energy is about softness and it's about positivity, and it's about speaking life and growth into somebody. And it's about seeing the cup as half full and not half empty to those that deserve it, not to everybody. So I think that we have to get back to that and actually do some research and do, some self stuff and figure out what feminine energy is. And guys, what is masculine energy? What is being a good human? What is buying somebody and their kids something to eat because they're hungry, not because you want to have sex with her? Like, gross. Like, get it together. And I mean, like, ethically gross. Not physically, like ethically gross. Like, do better, be a better person. And I think we owe that to each other. So I think once we start to do those things, we may be in a better place, and we may be moving forward into having more constructive and productive relationships. So, Lamont, thank you so much for your honesty as usual. You run down when you come, and you are welcome to come at any time.
I appreciate that.
Even if it's a topic you want to talk about.
Let's do it.
You call me and say, Doc, we need to get on. Yes, please. Yes, please.
All right, cool.
So, guys, I hope you learned something, and I hope we communicated things appropriately. Again, please drop your comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you hype these videos. Yes, we're all about opposing opinions. I want you guys to have conversation in the comments. Please be respectful to each other and be respectful to me as well. I do read some of the comments, most of the comments, and I will block your ass. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining Dr. Tasha After Dark for another episode, and we'll see you again next time.